What's going on, Mo? So I got another rehearsal. I'm about to go in here and try out an older German French horn. Stop.
And that A, it's like I'm sorry. Play that first A. If you can, the ornamentation before we move, you can make that a little earlier so that we get that A right on one. What do you got? Good. And yeah, especially when it gets like leading into 9. Like,
It's hard to hear loud.
Yeah.
Rehearsal.
Here we go.
I had a really good rehearsal. So we have a horn specifically for me. I'm gonna step outside so it's a little easier to hear me. But we had a really good rehearsal. And I think the horn I'm about to get, I'm gonna have to learn like the keys for it, right? Meaning the key fingering, because I normally play in the key of F on my French horn. But now this French horn has a different set of pipes. It goes in the key of B flat, which I knew before, but I haven't really gotten a lot of practice on it, so it's gonna be interesting.
You
want some cheese?
We'll see.
We'll see. I'll get you. We'll see.
Make it short, make it accented. Well, we got the sense of
So I'm leaving another rehearsal. This was really fun. I actually had to bring my guitar so that way I can have a fellow guitar player check it out and see what things I need to work on or fix with it. And so we came to the conclusion that I gotta fix my truss rod as well as I gotta get a lot of the action on my strings lowered, clean it up a little bit, and then check out how the bridge is working on the guitar as well. But I gotta learn all this, so I'm gonna look up some videos on YouTube, see how I can do it at home. Then we'll do some work. But I had a lot of fun.
Choir piece, if that makes sense. The little chords music. So don't worry about playing on that unless you're playing piano and maybe a little bit of violin too when you hear the chords. And then
We finished another service, and I feel pretty good. But so far, I'm getting used to playing the double French horn. Before, I've played on them, but I've only played in the key of F. And I'm trying to get used to playing with the B flat tuning and learning the fingering for it. So that's what I'll be working on probably all this week, honestly. So that way I can finally switch over to the new tuning. So I've been working with a lot of, like, I would say pretty successful people lately, like the past 2 months or so, like closely. And one thing I've noticed the difference between the people I've been around for years and the people I'm surrounding myself around now is that there's a level of urgency that's kind of like within them that you can't really find anywhere else. And what I mean by that is, like, conversations have like a point. There's always a follow-up to when we're gonna meet and talk again. There's always a date or time, an amount, or some kind of like solid number to the conversation that I'm usually having with these people. And I think that's the biggest difference that I noticed. And alongside that, the urgency, like I said, like there's always a, when can you do this within, like, you know, the next 3 days, not by next week, not within the month or 30 days or stuff like that. So putting that together, I think it's going to be very interesting to see the difference in what I've done before and what I'm doing now as far as building a career and setting up different milestones and how to hit them and things like that. What systems work and what systems don't. Because the urgency is kind of like the glue between all your ideas. Like, you can have a great idea, you can want to do all these cool, like great things, but if you don't have any urgency to get them done, they probably won't get done, or they won't get done as fast as you need them to.
Quit worrying about these hoes, nigga, get you a roll. 20 G's in my pocket, got me sagging for sure. Bitch, all in my DM, talking all that shit. You just an Instagram model, I like hoes that strip. Condo, bottle water, and I
All right, Mo, so I'm actually about to head to rehearsal for the orchestra, and it's really, really, really fun. The coolest part about the orchestra, though, it does keep you on your toes as far as sharpening your skills. You have to basically focus on, I would say, the soft skills when it comes to your instrument, meaning, like, you know, scales, intonation, breathing exercises and stuff like that. And then when you come into rehearsal, it's time to work, pretty much, you know. So I think that's the cool part about what it is we're doing here. So a lot of these soft skills are a lot like the skills that I would say are like the foundation of a good musician. You know, like it's kind of like if you were a athlete or a fitness coach or even like a chef or something like that. Most jobs, right? There's a certain level of skills that should generally be known by most people in your craft, in your industry and stuff like that. That's kind of how I look at these soft skills, like knowing your scales, intonation and all that stuff. Like I think for most musicians out there, it's kind of in the back of our heads because it's not like a teacher in front of us all the time, but they're key to what differentiates you from not only a professional, but just the greats, you know? We just finished another rehearsal, and this was actually pretty cool and productive. I actually learned a little bit more about this B flat fingering when it comes to the French horn, but I'm also getting like my chops back, which is nice. It feels nice to know that things are coming back into play. But I think the greatest part about all of this is I got a peek into like a bit of the podcast studio that they have here, and it's like state of the art, and all the other equipment here is state of the art as well. So it's really nice to kind of see what a high level, you know, state of the art production looks like, and then to also be a part of it, because at the same time I don't think there's a room in this building that I can't really feel comfortable in. Like there's like a studio A, a studio B, rehearsal studios, there's recording equipment, recording all kinds of stuff, right? And based on all of my experiences up to this point, I don't think there's really a room in here that if you put me in, I couldn't work. There's not a group of, or an employee or a staff member that I couldn't really cooperate with, from the janitor on the way up, you know? So I think the biggest thing is like learning the glue, like the non-tangibles, if you know what I'm saying, in order to really get the most out of this opportunity.
For the sauce, but of course, brought myself up, became a boss, hold no days off, single more style, my wallet be closed.